Excuse me. We are waiting for a couple more folks to join in, and we'll go ahead and get started. This evening is going to be a coffee chat as our speaker wasn't able to join us. So we're going to do a bit of a coffee chat. We're going to talk about some job search strategies and kind of go around the room, do some networking and seeing how we can assist you in any way. Where are you calling in from?
Sorry, Carla. I'm from Nassau, Bahamas. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great.
I'm calling from the Bahamas.
Oh, awesome, awesome. I'm in Newport News, Virginia.
Mm, nice. I thought I was late.
Um, we did start at 6, but I'm waiting
Mhm.
for folks to join. So you're
Okay.
not late. You're right on time.
All right.
All right, let's see who else we have in the room. Good evening. Okay, I'm going to give it a couple more minutes and then we can go ahead and get started. Okay. Welcome to the May BAPMC meetup. So glad that you are able to join us this evening. If you would, please come off of mute, or if it's better for you to give me a little bit about yourself in the chat, that would be great as well. I would like you to introduce yourself by giving us your name, your location, your title, if you're employed, how you can assist the community, and then how the community can assist you. So I'll start first. My name is Carla Saxton. I am from Newport News, Virginia. I'm currently a healthcare reimbursement strategist, and how I can assist the community, I can assist the community with mentorship or coaching, and then um, how the community can assist me is just being a community. I love to network, and I will turn it over to you, Delisa.
Okay. I
Oh, I
dropped
see
it
you
in the
in the
chat
chat.
as
Did you
well.
wanna?
I can say though,
Okay.
well, my name is Delisa Ferguson. I hail from Nassau, Bahamas. I'm a subject matter expert in the information technology field. I just actually completed my master's in project management last October. Um, but oddly enough, I have no real field work, no experience per se. It's just a lot of theory, but nothing I can, Um, and what I expect to get, or what I would like to get from the community is like networking, for sure. I'm not sure exactly what I have to offer. My confidence as it comes to project management isn't the best. I'm actually hoping to build that, which is why I'm here, gain more knowledge on it. Even with my master's, I still feel like I have so much to learn. I am not knowledgeable at all, despite having the master's, because like I said, I want to get more hands-on, a real feel of what it's about, so that I can pair it with my master's and really go on to do great things in this area.
Thank you for joining us. That's definitely something that we can assist with. Um, we will be setting up a mentorship program sometime this year. It's going to be in the third quarter of this year. So if you're interested, we can assist. We will be publishing that online. So be on the lookout. And then
Most definitely.
I'm sorry, say it again.
No, I said sounds good. Most definitely, I'd be
Okay.
interested in that.
Okay, great. And then if you would drop your email or even your LinkedIn handle in the chat, that would be great. Good evening, everyone. I see we have a couple more folks that have joined us. Welcome to the May BAPMC meetup. We will be going around and introducing ourselves this evening. I do apologize, but our speaker was not able to make it. So today we're going to do a bit of networking and get to know each other a little bit better and see how the community can assist you and what you bring to the community. We have a couple more folks on the line. If you would, please come off of mute and then answer the questions that are in the chat, which would be just give us your name, your location, your title, if you're currently employed, how you can assist the community, and then how the community can assist you. So feel free to come off of mute.
Good evening. I hope you can hear me. I'll go next.
Sure.
My name is Katura Barrows. I've been attending these meetings for quite a while. I'm located in Nassau, Bahamas. Okay, strolling back to the questions. Okay, I'm a communication specialist at a local integrated marketing firm here. How can I assist the community? So I have a strong background in journalism, advertising, marketing, public relations. So anything centered around that, I'll be able to assist. And how can this community assist me? Well, since I moved from journalism into communications, I got introduced to project management about 2 years ago. And realizing that I do some of that in my role already, I took a few courses and now I'm looking to actually get my PMP. So I guess this organization can help me in finding, because I've had a challenge finding an institution here that actually prepares you for the test, because I have the real world experience, but I would like to go through some classes to be prepared for the exam and so that I can move into a certified role as a project management consultant to strengthen my career. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And we could definitely assist with that. Andrea is not able to make it today. However, she does teach. She is an instructor, certified instructor through TMI. So please feel free to drop your information into the chat, and then we will connect you with resources. So thanks for coming.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Whoever would like to come off of mute, I see a couple folks in the chat. But if there's anyone else that would like to come off of mute and introduce yourself, please feel free to do so.
Hey there, my name is Jason Plusenik. I'm out of Orlando, Florida. And so currently I work as project coordinator and project estimator for physical security with Siemens. So what I think the community can do more for me than maybe I can do for them. Certainly I've got maybe some valuable experiences that would come up in natural conversation, but really I'm hoping to gain more insight and listen to other people's experiences as they have worked their way up the project or program management chain, and just be successful. That's what I'm hoping for.
Well, thank you so much. I'm glad you're able to join us. And we will definitely be able to assist.
Perfect.
Thank you for joining. All right. Anyone else would like to come off of mute?
Yeah, I'll go next. My name is Ravi Munirpalam. I'm based out of Jacksonville, Florida. I work as project manager since July of 2010. Prior to that, I was a controller for a New Jersey-based media buying company. And I've been implementing Oracle ERP, EPM solutions for various clients. And anybody, and I'm PMP certified, certified Scrum Master. I'm here to learn from other people as to what challenges they face in their project execution and any new methodologies that they follow and how do they handle cutting over from hybrid version to agile and what challenges they face and what tools they use and how what is the tricks of the trade or tricks and tips they can share with us that will enhance my skill sets. At the same time, willing to share whatever I know a little from my end. And my company is always looking for PM. So if anybody's interested in the Oracle space with any level of experience with Oracle implementations, I can definitely present the resumes to my HR. Thank you. Nice meeting everyone.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. All right, who would like to go next?
Oh, I see a hand go up already, so I'll let Phyllis go.
No, you can go. I was clapping.
You're on mute.
Hi, good evening. I am still trying to collect it together. I was trying to see if I could even do this meeting with the kids and they're all playing and everything. It's evening time. Hi, everyone. My name is Elena Aseo. I'm in digital marketing for my client itself. It's Young America Capital and Investment Banking. I got interested into this meetup because of the fact that I've been a project manager for a few years. So I just feel like I need to get more credentials and more things of just like Ravi said, just getting that tips and tricks and understanding how to make workflows more easier and anything of sharing mindsets and just picking anybody's brain and anything I can contribute, I would love to contribute.
Thank you so much for joining us. We don't hear any background noise. So
Oh, that's for right now.
fine.
Yeah, if I don't mute this right now, you will hear a baby trying to holler. I just had dinner and we have a dog and they're chasing the dog.
Okay, we understand. Today is going to be an informal meetup. Unfortunately, our speaker had to cancel at the last minute. So we're going to use this time to have a bit of a coffee chat. So we can pretty much discuss anything that you all would like to discuss this evening. We can talk about one of the things that I wanted to talk about today. Wait a minute, I'll make sure that everyone was able to introduce themselves before I go on. Philip, I see that you're here. Would you like to introduce yourself to the community? Philip, are you available to come off of mute?
Hi, Carla.
Hey, how are you?
I'm very well.
Yeah. If you could introduce yourself to the community, let us know where you're calling in from, how we can assist you, and how you can assist the community. That would be great. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. My name is Philip. Philip Obede. Yeah. I've been with the community for over 2 years now. Yeah. Started with the community in I think January 2024. I've been with Andrea, the founder of the community, has been my mentor, my career mentor. Yeah. And okay, I finished my studies in IT project management in January this year, master's in IT project management in January this year. Yeah, so I got to connect with Andrea when I was looking for my master's program when I wanted to to start my master's program. I was looking for a mentor who would guide me. That was when I connected with Andrea, and since then I've been with her and working with the BAPMC as a project support. Yeah, so I just finished my master's in January, and I graduated with a distinction in IT project management. Yeah, I had my graduation last week. Yeah, so currently I'm starting off my career in IT project management. Yeah, I'm also looking for job opportunities and other ways to where I can connect with people that have been in the field for a long time and other ones. Yeah, and I have key skills and experiences in project management and also in safety and health. I've been a safety specialist for over 5 years, and I've also worked as a project coordinator and as a I've also worked as an assistant, an acting project manager for a couple of companies over the past few years. So I'm starting my career as an IT project manager and also looking for opportunities in the field where I can also work with people that have been in the field and people that will also guide me. Yeah. Currently I'm in the UK. Yeah.
Thank you so much, and congratulations on your recent graduation. That you could join us today, and so glad to have you as a part of the BAPMC leadership team. So thank you so much. And yeah, I think we have one more person. Rod, are you able to come off of mute and introduce yourself to the community by giving us your name, your location, what you would like to receive from the community, and some areas that you may be able to assist the community? If putting the information in the chat would be better for you, that would be great as well. I want to reintroduce myself since a couple of folks weren't on the line earlier. My name is Carla Saxton. I'm based out of Newport News, Virginia. I am a program lead for BAPMC, which is led by our proud founder, Andrea Pratt-Smith. She's unable to join us today. So we're going to have a coffee chat. This is going to be an open forum to discuss anything that you all would like to talk about today. So we can talk about job search, we can talk about gaining experience, mentorship, coaching, things of that nature. Oh, I forgot to tell you a little bit about me. I am a healthcare reimbursement strategist for a company by the name of NAMSA, which is a medical device company within the U.S., and we assist companies outside the U.S. bring their products and services over by assisting them with FDA clearance, and it's really giving them information regarding the reimbursement structure within the healthcare landscape in the U.S. I have my PMP, CSM, CSPO, and then I also have some medical coding credentials as well. So my background is in healthcare. So I'll start off by just asking a couple of questions about anyone that may be in the current job search. I'll start off with myself. I am looking for a full-time permanent position within healthcare, healthcare revenue cycle. So project management, program management, portfolio management, as well as product, is what I'm looking for. And what I'm finding is a bit of a challenge. There are a lot of layoffs going on, as we can see, you know, not local news, but on a national news level, as well as we see a lot of those announcements being made via LinkedIn, excuse me, on a daily basis. So how do you all feel about current job search landscape? Would anyone care to come off of mute?
Oh, I'll share. I was thinking, do I have to put my hand up? I've seen it. I've seen a lot of people struggling right now. A lot of people are really losing some jobs if they don't have that one income itself. I myself have a client that's been with me since 2020, and he's actually raised my pricing. So he's been really economically saving a lot with me as a freelancer for him. However, even today, when I joined in a meeting this morning for him to collaborate with a company that's really good for investment banking on marketing, as I'm there looking at this and like the possibility of even being replaced with it, I realized that was an opportunity for us to be working even better together as a team because of the fact of the frugalness that he can't afford to sign on with those type of services, especially $70,000 for one tool. So I've been looking at the market itself for about 2 years now. I came from a computer software company where we were doing data analytics, and I really enjoyed it. However, the onboarding process and the team was a bit difficult to work with when people so scared that you were going to take their job or their clients or their book of business, however the case is. And it was hard to get closer than where I come from with being so natural. But I've realized that there's a lot of fear, and right now a lot of fear. People are struggling. I'm trying to even help other people to try to gain some skill set in something or believe in themselves to even go on Meetup, a single mom like myself, trying to be like, hey, these are after hours, but jump on. I don't talk to people. I don't really network. Maybe that's why I'm also shy, maybe like others, maybe more mutable. But I really seen a lot of the fear, the struggle, and the scarcity in finding the right position, because I have gone through AI, I've gone through so many job platforms, and I can get the interviews, and there's so much competition with those who are more senior than myself. I have about 7 years in the business, and there's some that I'm competing against 12 years that I got B2, and I'm fine with that. But I'm just realizing it's getting really hard, and I just wish that somehow in the economy that things would open up to give other people, even younger youth, more chances. Even Publix, a supermarket is having a high turnover rate. Every time I see a new kid coming in to do the bagging, I just see a lot of struggle.
Thank you, definitely. Thank you for sharing. The job market is really rough. I see where there are a lot of scams. In the last couple of weeks, I've had a lot of fake profiles come. Let's say I make a post, and then I'll have someone come up under my post because my banner says open to work. And they'll come up and say, hey, Carla, I see that, we have openings, and I see that your background aligns with what we're looking for, right? But the dead giveaway on some of those would be that it's a Gmail, right? So we know it's not really a company or person. But it's very discouraging because let's say I wasn't paying attention and I went to click on it, and once you click on that person's profile just to check them out, it's a lovely profile, but you can tell like right away that they have zero connections. So that's another hint, like, okay, you have all of this experience, and it could be true that you just set this profile up, but the key giveaway there would be their Gmail. But it's very discouraging because if someone comes up under your profile, has something to say, it can get you excited, right? So it has been very discouraging. Thanks again for sharing. Would anyone else like to share?
Yeah, I'll say a couple more things, I guess, and I would probably fall in line with others that have spoken so far. So the desire, as I mentioned earlier, was to continue progressing professionally, and taking on newer opportunities and getting a little bit outside my comfort zone so that I can indeed grow. But there's also that side of me that says, well, I'm in a good position now. I work with a fantastic team. So, there's that battle, right, to continue that forward momentum. Only because, it's not just me. I have, a wife and 3 kids, and, uncertainty isn't a good flavor sometimes. Granted, no risk, no reward in a sense, but, that's kind of the mental battle I'm going with now. And I've got lots of experience. I, failed to mention that I also have PMP and certified Scrum Master, certified product owner, and have had a lot of experience in the defense industry with technology. And so I know I have marketable skills that would, I feel, allow me to have valid and secure opportunities. But, that's kind of what I'm feeling sometimes.
Thank you for sharing. And I'm right there with you. Having those marketable skills, working with these ATS systems, right? I mean, you can only put but so much in your job description. You don't want your resume to be 10 or 15 pages long, like listing every single thing that you've done. And not knowing like what the ATS systems are picking up, if they've been set up appropriately, right? When you are uploading your resume in, is it parsing the information out correctly to fill those applications out? And a lot of times I question that because I have uploaded my resume, filled out a couple other sections that may needed to have manual, have me manual completed, hit submit, get the thank you for submitting, and then the clock not even go to the next minute and get an auto rejection. So how did that, that kind of stuff kind of can be, it's a lot. It's just a lot to have to deal with. To stay upskilled, some of the things that I've done is go out on meetup.com. There's literally a meeting every day in, in various backgrounds. So I go out there, put into the search box like project management, product management, or something that if I'm looking for more education in the Agile space, I'll put Agile in there. And there are free sessions all over the world, and get some good information, get to meet new people, things of that nature. So there's a lot of education in that space. And then setting up coffee chats with folks via LinkedIn. Now that's kind of hit or miss, right? Because a lot of folks won't respond to you, a stranger saying, hey, would you mind taking 10 or 15 minutes with me? And it's not really a pick your brain session. It's really getting to know them, maybe asking a question about their background or experience. And some people are open to sharing information about their company and things like that. So it's in this current economy, and the whole job search is very different from what it was 5 years ago. It's totally different. So thanks again, Jacob, for sharing. Would anyone else like to share?
Yeah, I would like to also share my own.
Sure.
Yeah, I want to share my own about the PM space. Yeah, currently there are lots of project managers here, people that want to break into the PM space, and I think currently there are lots of certifications that one can easily go for, and then move into the PM space. But I think that makes the recruiters to be in a difficult situation to select the right candidates. And it also makes it a bit difficult for someone that is trying to break into the field to get that role. Because say on LinkedIn, if you want to apply for any job, say for a project manager role or a project coordinator role, when you want to apply, you will see a list of candidates. Over 100 applicants have already applied before you. And almost all of them, they have their PMP, they have their certifications. But if you are a new entrant to the field, you don't have that role of a project manager, although you have other transferable skills that you can easily apply if you get the role. I think it becomes a bit difficult for someone new to be selected even for an interview. Yeah. So I've been looking out for such roles. I've been applying, but before you apply, we've already seen that over 100 applicants have already applied before you. And at the end of the day, you don't even get called for an interview for you to showcase what you have got, even if you don't have you've not had the PM role in your job title before, but you have transferable skills that you can apply to the job role. So I'm just talking about the PM role is a bit difficult now for someone to break into, considering the number of certifications and things that are happening right now. People can easily move into write the exam and then get that title as a Scrum Master, things like that. But I don't know. It makes it a bit difficult for a new entrant to break into the field. Yeah.
Yeah, so great point. I've seen where someone has a PMP, is trying to get into the field, however, they don't have the 3 to 5 years of experience, right? So some of the things when I mentor and coach newly certified folks, we talk about how to look at those transferable skills that you mentioned, right? And how to bring those out in their resume, how to bring those things into telling effective stories in the interview process, right? How different strategies on when you apply, and do some research on the role and the company first. Kind of look out and see if you can see a manager in that space, so that when you apply, then you can in turn send them a message on LinkedIn to say, hey, I've applied for this particular role. If you're the hiring manager, I would love to speak with you if possible, right? Or the recruiter. So I teach different tips and tricks in that space as well, to try to bring that person's application or their resume, a little bit higher in stats. It is discouraging to see that over 100 people have applied. However, I've talked to some folks at LinkedIn that say, even though it says 100 people, don't let that discourage you. Well, guess what? It is discouraging when you see that. But they said that even though it says that, sometimes it's counting the number of times someone has clicked that particular job posting. It doesn't necessarily mean that they all applied. It just means some of the clicks. So I said to myself, do I, in my brain, it says applied. So are you really telling me the truth, or kind of, do they,
Yeah.
So anyway, myself, I do sometimes just apply and see, okay, well, maybe my resume or application will get picked. It's just kind of a 50-50 shot. So, but thank you. Anyone else would like to share?
I wanted to share a tip to something that I'm seeing from what I'm hearing for Philip. Something that I see, that I was hiring some interns for the company for the sake of investment banking. But as I was looking at people just applying for the position itself, and the inbox is full of hundreds. I've realized, not only because I'm in marketing and I'm also a content writer, I've realized that when you're going to give your cover letter, if you can make it personalized, you see, as much as we're using AI, and I'm heavy with AI, as much as we're using ATS friendly resumes and things of the sort, when you can customize in your own verbiage, your own personality, and I could tell that you have personality with that. If you can customize it in an intriguing catch bait type of way, they will shortlist you a lot more easier. I have 4 interviews with different companies, and one of the main things that, like, one was Salesforce, like, and as I'm just looking at the opportunity that I've been able to have, they saw the cover letter, and the cover letter was like, listen, this job is perfect for me. I am the aspirin to your pain. And I was like, I want this. I know others may want this, but put me to the test. I've learned that I've had to, in my career, had to make a position where there was no position. I had to show them the areas that they needed someone, like, okay, you need a project manager for that. You don't have one. You don't even have a CRM to manage that. You can use HubSpot, you can use this. Sometimes they don't even want to hear about it. Can you do it? Can you fix it? Can you be that person? Yes. Yes, I can. You know, I had to stay longer hours and say, how else can I help you? Is there anything else I can do for you to, help alleviate this situation, or have something ready for tomorrow? No, 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 no. I rather hear the no and then be really great with the CEOs and the people that I deal with than not. But I do see the customization helps, and something called OTTA.com is a different website that you can apply on. Because if you go on LinkedIn, of course you're going to see 100 and apply. But I've had interviews even with 126. All right, I've still seen that. And there's another one which is very helpful, very quick, is earnbetter.com. They will also create you within a minute or two. Earnbetter.com will create you an ATS friendly resume custom to that job. Quick. You don't have the time to create an ATS friendly, resume for every single job you apply for, right? Well, you can with Earn Better. And if you just are able to segment that by, remembering that title of, like, okay, I have that part of me is like project manager resume 2025, or digital marketing director on that one. Okay, that one 2025. I just customize it, and I try to mingle in between them. And you can't do keyword stuffing, which is putting too much of the keywords that you assume that they would want to hear. You actually have to kind of acclimate it to the years that they're wanting. You can kind of leverage, and if they're like, okay, I want 10, and you put that 10. You got 7, you got 10 now. Don't even wonder why. You just got 10. And then they get to, like, kind of shortlist you. That's helped me on the hiring, and also to be in a lot of the interview processes with big computer software companies that they're looking for those type of things. Sorry, I feel like I talked too much. Okay.
So thank you. Thank you. That was great. I think we should get you to speak. You have a lot of insight. Give us a master class on things to do. I remember, I'm not going to date myself, but I'll just say back in the day, right? Back in the day, cover letters were a thing. But now I'm seeing that they're kind of coming back, right? There's some positions that you can't even submit for without having a cover letter, right? So I've had to get back in the habit of writing those. So that was a great tip to kind of make it personable. Don't make it so, I'm interested in this particular position. Here's my experience. Thank you. Thanks in advance for your consideration, right? I'll admit, I've been kind of dry in that area because I didn't think of it that way. I'm thinking along the lines of, I can sell, my background, experience, and expertise once I get the interview. But I see your take on it, where you're saying the cover letter will get me there, and then I can further, let them know why I'm a great candidate. So that is great. So I'm glad that you talked about it. Don't be surprised if I'm in your LinkedIn later.
No, you know what? That's the point of LinkedIn, right? You gotta connect. And some people, my friend who worked for Microsoft, she said that sometimes you have no choice but to network. I'm an
Yeah.
introverted person more or less because I'm so private. I'm about just my life and just developing myself and not dealing with business out there and whatever the case is. But I've had no choice but to find the networking that's most comfortable for me. I don't
Yeah.
drink socially. I don't drink at all. So those type of settings don't work well for me, or I don't want to go to a club or one of those type of places.
Right.
That doesn't work for me either. But if I can find, I want to be authentic to myself, no matter where I am, and there's only one of me. So showing that cover letter is that piece of me, that I have some humor to me. I have that bubbly personality that I already understand depression and sadness and discouragement and disappointment and what it is to have that possibility of getting that certain amount of salary for that position. And you're like, oh my gosh, this could change my life. And then realize that they were unfortunately going to pass on this. That is terrifying. So how do you recover from that? How do you become the phoenix and say, I'm gonna try to see what skill set I do have and then expand on and expand in it. And then me doing certain data analytics for the companies, I realize I get this data analysis paralysis and I sometimes feel discouraged. I'm like, I'm never good enough. I feel like maybe if I have this, I'll be great. Or maybe if I have this, no, I just realized you have to grow from where you're planted and just take things at a pace and be present at the moment, because you're always so focused on the future that you're bypassing everything that's in front of you and you're not enjoying life, you're not living it. So I try to do things that I'm passionate about. So even sharing this or sharing any of that, that's that teacher side of me. When I used to be a teacher for 6 years, I used to want to share everything with everyone and be like, I want you to do good. I want you to have resources. I want you to be happy and have good money where you can be able to be financially stable and not struggle, and help those around you and teach them literacy and all of that. I just want good vibes. Sorry, I'm gonna be quiet again.
Thank you so much for sharing. Ravi, I'm going to call on you. You mentioned that your company does have some openings. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So, we hear a lot of negative news about the market, job market, and what is happening in the world. But there are also positive sides. There are a lot of good things happening as well. Not every client is not expanding their IT budget or investing on new applications or solutions or whatever. That means they would need people to come in and implement it successfully and fulfill whatever their strategic goals are. So my company is got a strong pipeline, and they are looking for PMs with Oracle background, or even if not Oracle, some kind of ERP implementation background. So if anybody's interested, please share your resume with me. I'll be more than happy to present it to not one company, two companies. I just left one company and joined another company. So both companies are looking for PMs, and I can present it to both companies' HR department.
Awesome. Thank you. Now, with Oracle Cerner, I know that they actually have a healthcare arm of the
Yeah.
business.
Yeah.
So, do you work in any particular area? If you could tell us, do you still work for them? Because I don't know which company you left and which one.
No, I'm not limited to anything. Project management is project management, right?
Right, right,
What is the project? You
right.
need a definitive start and end date. You have a definitive collection of tasks,
Mm-hmm.
and how you go about rendering it, and what is the cost, and how do you manage the budget, right? So that's what in project management in essence.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter what tool you're implementing, but an inside knowledge about the product that you're implementing allows you to manage the team better and ask the right questions and assign the right task to right people and assess what their skill sets are, whether he or she cannot or can finish that task, complete that task on the defined timeline. So that's the only advantage I have because of spending so much time on Oracle. But that doesn't mean that somebody coming in from another application like SAP, Microsoft Dynamics, NetSuite, anybody can pick up and run the project once they know what the project, scope and timeline and the resources assigned to the project. So
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. All right. See. What else would anyone like to discuss today?
Sorry, it's just a question for Ravi. Please, could you, I don't know if you can share his LinkedIn profile or email address.
So say it again, please. I'm sorry.
So, no, ask for your LinkedIn profile.
I did. I put it on chat.
Oh, maybe I missed that. Okay, I'll check.
Okay. Yeah, it's on the chat. Please
Okay.
feel free to connect with me. No issues.
Of course, I will connect here.
Okay. All right.
Oh, that was a thumbs up. Okay, we talked about a little bit about mentorship earlier when we first started the call. So the BAPMC community will start a mentoring program. So we will be starting a mentoring program in the third quarter of this year. So we will be looking for mentors as well as mentees. More information to come on that. We will be posting that information out on LinkedIn with the official announcement. Some more to come with that. If you are interested in becoming a mentor or you would like to be a mentee, you can feel free to reach out to Andrea or myself, and we will get back to you with that information. Okay. Looking in the chat to see if there's any questions. I did put earnbetter.com in the chat. You mentioned one other. I think it was OTTA, but I want to make sure before I put that in the chat. If you wouldn't mind, could you put that in the chat for me, please? Okay. All right. So another area that I would like to discuss this evening would be more opportunities for learning tools. Are there any tools that you all would like for us to maybe have a class on to learn more about the tools? We have had a couple of Trello, thank you, Trello classes where we actually go through and set up a project. Are there any tools that anyone would like to learn more about? Any PM tools? If so, you can put those in the chat or feel free to come off of mute. Okay. Are there any others? Set up in Asana. Okay, great. We can definitely I know Andrea has an Asana certification, so we can definitely help with that, as well as Smartsheet. We can assist with that as well. And then teamwork. I haven't heard about that. Would you be able to come off of mute and tell me a little bit about teamwork?
Well, I see that for one of the employers that I'm interested in, I wanted to get a head start and try to get a demo with that tool.
Okay.
And project management tool that they use that, in difference to the other ones, supposedly this one is able to do billing and financial
Really?
forecasting. So I was very interested in trying to see it, but because I wasn't buying the service myself, they're like, you know what, let's give you some resources. I don't mind kind of going into my email and pulling up that resources from that communication. Because I said, okay, I'm a marketer. I want to get into this company and work for them. It's teamwork, and I'm not familiar with it. It's one thing to be Asana, ClickUp, Basecamp, all these other ones, but what's teamwork about? What's so different? And they're like, it's because the
Right.
financial aspect. So if you can learn that, because some people are replacing certain type of roles, if you're able to handle the financial department with the account management, with the project management, you become a triple threat. And that's something I'm studying into right now.
Okay. Have you gone out to YouTube University, as I call it?
Like, you don't know that, you know what I do? LinkedIn Learning a lot. LinkedIn Learning, I use it through the library. I have a library and I go through them, and that's a free resource of me being able to do it for free economically. So I don't have to pay for it. But YouTube, and if not, there's what's it called? I forgot the other one. There's one in college that I'm trying to use that my son used. I don't know. I think it started with a K, but there's many tools.
Good point. I'm glad you mentioned LinkedIn Learning being free through your public library. So having a library card is like, it's gold nowadays, right? When my position was eliminated back in August, I was determined not to just sit in the house. So the local library, they offer all types of computer classes, one-on-one assistance. So they have, even though, I've been using Word and Excel, and they have Canva courses, they have, they're kind of doing away with PowerPoint and showing you more of how to do presentations in Canva. They have Chat GPT classes. They just have a whole host of classes. And then they also do like some resume stuff. So I didn't even know that that's a gem, that a hidden gem with the library card. In addition to that, you get free LinkedIn Learning and free Udemy access as well. So even though Udemy can, they have flash sales, as cheap as low as $9.99, for a course, you can get that free through your local library. So if you don't have a library card, definitely look into that resource. Okay, which of these tools mentioned is the most popular in the industry? Okay, so it really depends on where you work. There's Jira, Jira Confluence. Those are popular, but I've used those in with software companies. But I've also used them in other spaces as well. Asana, Monday.com, ClickUp. And if you go out to these respective websites, they have free education, like free modules where you can go out, and then when you finish, you'll get a certificate of completion. They also have, ServiceNow has a whole suite of project management tools. That's totally free. Let's see. ServiceNow. Asana has every now and then Asana will offer a free certification. So you kind of have to go out and keep it as a favorite and see when they're offering it. I know sometimes folks mention it on LinkedIn when they're offering that free certification. They also industry dependent. PM software tools differ from construction. Yeah. Okay, definitely. So it really depends. Now, let me say it again. Back in the day, I used to use Microsoft Project. I haven't used it in a while. However, I need to go and brush up on it a little bit because I had an interview a couple weeks ago, and that's the tool that they were utilizing. And the person that was interviewing me was actually asking me questions like, once you click into the tool, what menu do you go down? What drop down box do you utilize to get to this particular functionality? He was going into that much detail. Even though I said, I haven't used it in 5+ years, there was still some question around that. So I know I need to go back and brush up on some of that stuff. Okay, so it helps to be well versed in multiple tools. Yeah, I would say it is, but don't confuse yourself and try to, go out and learn all of them. If it, it's nothing wrong with gaining the knowledge because each one does have its own unique features. So kind of depends on which way you want to go. We can talk more about that. And like I said, we can offer some additional assistance. So, it's one thing to listen to a pre-recorded teaching tool, but sometimes there are some questions that you may have that we may be able to assist with. So more to come on that. Okay. chat. You're welcome. Okay. I'm just checking the chat to see if we have any more questions. I don't see any. So at this time, I'm going to switch over to kind of ask me anything, but not just ask me if anyone else knows any of the answers to questions that our attendees may ask. Please feel free to to jump in. So you can come off of mute and ask your question. Or if you want to add something to the conversation, please feel free to do so. Okay, Jason, do you have any experience in construction at all?
So I would say yes and no. And I say that because I have experience on my DoD side going to these military training facilities, getting into their buildings, looking at their schematics, finding the deltas for the training equipment we're trying to get installed into their building. And so I had to learn their infrastructure and help them determine what they need to do to move forward with this delivery. So, I have not done ground up. And even now, I work with building schematics from various industries to build a physical security solution for them and estimate their project. So I'm familiar with seeing what a building's guts look like on paper. I just have not gone through the process of ground zero up to a finished building, if that makes sense.
That does make sense. So I'm in a lot of groups on Facebook and LinkedIn, and construction has been like a hot topic lately. So I was just wondering, so what you're describing, I get that, and from that standpoint of kind of being able to determine what's needed. There are also PM spaces within construction that are on the ground, let's see, like marine type things or building hospitals and things of that nature that have really become, I would say, specialty specific, really hard to get into if you don't have that prior experience, right?
Right.
That's one of those areas where I am trying to find, not for myself, but just as a mentor or a coach, some folks that have been in that space for a while. So I've attended a couple of events up in the DMV area, so like in the Maryland area, where there are some construction PMs there. So I am looking to get one of those folks to be able to have a forum where we can ask questions and get some more insight. But thank you.
Yeah, no, and there are a lot of good opportunities out there, and that whole you need X amount of experience and then be able to speak to it if you get to the interview portion, and it's tough. And but it is a great field. I mean, despite the sideways economy and things that are up and down and volatile, there's always construction happening. Companies are continuing to move forward despite that, and despite what the vibe is out in the air.
Yeah.
And I think this is where networking really comes into play. I think if thinking back on my past couple 10-year period of time, some of my best opportunities come up through networking, through getting to know people. And after I've gotten to know people, I've gotten opportunities that I probably would not have gotten otherwise, because they see me as the right person, the right fit for that team. And so they give me a chance that way, and it's worked out really well. It's just I don't know too many people in that construction industry or medical side. So yeah.
Got it. So when you speak about networking, what are some of the networking events, whether it be in person or online, would you say have been most effective for you?
Yeah. In person has been the most effective for me.
Okay.
And weirdly enough, um, one of my big breaks, professionally came after interviewing for a job with a company. I didn't get the job because there was a better qualified candidate, but they liked me so much that they referred me to someone that they knew. Said, you need to check this guy out. I think he'll be a great fit. And bada bing, bada boom. So there is benefit to networking like this over screen, but there are some things like a nice firm handshake and definite eye contact and building that rapport that is almost irreplaceable in some aspects.
Yes, that's true. Definitely true. That's awesome. Thanks so much for sharing. Would anyone else like to talk about networking, whether it be in person and online, and some things that have been effective for you? Yes, please feel free to come off of mute. I'll share. I utilize Meetup a lot. I utilize Eventbrite a lot. There within PMI chapters have Toastmaster um, Toastmaster clubs within them. And those can be in person and online as well. I like to tap into other countries' PMI chapters for Toastmasters and other networking events. And that's because you never know where you may work, right? So in the healthcare space, a lot of our software engineering teams, software development teams have been located offshore. So with me attending those different networking events, I can learn about how things are done differently, maybe different approaches to things, even um, different ways to refer to things. Software developers speak a different language than I do as the PM or the project manager or product manager. So I like to listen. I learn a lot from that perspective. That has been very helpful. I am thinking about putting together a resource list. And if you all think it would be beneficial of PDU opportunities, which are those professional development units, free PM resources. So we talked about Asana, Monday.com, all of those things. Just putting a list together so that anything that's needed, you can kind of go out and access those resources. Are there any other things that you all may think of? So they would be the meetup opportunities, Eventbrite, free resources for PM tools. Are there any other areas that you would like to see from a resource perspective? Thank you for listing that in the chat regarding teamwork. I appreciate that. Any other ideas as far as resources? Okay.
I have a commentary on that one. There's I don't remember if it was oh my gosh, I there's a tool. Hold on one moment. Let me see what it is. Besides Coursera, besides UI, all the ones that we normally use, there's usually like little cheat sheet ones of oh my God, Quizlet or something like that. It's like one that you're able to do like flashcards with whatever topic. I remember when I wanted to be an LCAM or whatever it could be. It has so many different flashcards, so many different resources. I wish I knew that in high school. I wish I knew that years ago because I would absolutely love to practice with like dumb it down, like books for dummies. Like I would want to have the most, if I can grasp the fundamentals, I would, oh my God. That was something that was really helpful for me. So things like that on great websites and visualization of concepts, that is very helpful for me. And it also helps me help my clients when they're very visual.
Okay, great. We can definitely help with that. I'll start building it. And then we'll push it out for our members. Okay, let's see. We have another question in the chat. What about LinkedIn link of specialists? Could you give me a little bit more of exactly what you're looking for as far as the LinkedIn link?
Okay, sorry, this is about, I think you asked about resources to put together. So I noticed that everyone is putting their LinkedIn information here in this particular meeting. So I'm sure that previous meetings, others have done that. So I'm not sure if there's a list with all of these professionals' information.
Okay, as far as their LinkedIn handles, like how to connect.
Yeah, like from different meetings, like persons who were here last month or month before last. Are they compiled? Are they stored somewhere?
Okay, so normally what happens out in Meetup, if you register through Meetup, you can see all of the attendees there, and it actually has a piece of functionality within it that you can connect with anyone that has been here or any of the other meetings. So that functionality is there. I will ask Andrea if we can put together that list and have that available as well.
Yeah, because I know you can do that on Meetup, but I wasn't sure if they would be persons who consented to be contacted, like in this way.
Okay. That's a good question. I'm not sure. I would have to ask Andrea, and I'll get back to you on that.
Okay, thanks.
Mhm. Any other resources that you think would be helpful? All right. Again, I thank you so much for everyone attending today. I do apologize for the last minute cancellation of our speaker. I hope our conversation this evening has been helpful to you. And if there's anything that we could assist you with, we are here. Did want to make an announcement. We will be having a professional development day on November the 7th. So please save that date. We will be pushing out information, the marketing information out in the weeks to come. But if you would put November 7th as a save the date on your calendar, that would be great. We do have exciting speakers planned for the rest of this year. More to come. Those will be posted out on meetup.com, as well as additional master classes, as I mentioned before, really digging into some of those PM tools. So if there are no other comments or questions or anything we all would like to discuss today, we can bring this meeting to an end, and I will be sending out the PDU information for everyone. I'm PDU information for your PMP, and then if you are associated with Scrum Alliance, I will be sending that information. Well, many thanks to everyone that participated today. Thank you all for being here. I greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you all next month. Have a good
Thanks so
evening.
much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Carla, for stepping in and
Oh, no
making
problem.
this happen. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good one. Bye.
Have a good one. Yeah, bye.